Hello, welcome back to our channel. So, today we have a story for you that starts in a totally normal place, a convenience store. But believe me, it takes a hard left into one of the most awkward and hilarious misunderstandings I have ever heard of. It starts with a little bit of heroism, and then, well, it just completely goes off the rails.
Okay, so picture this. You're in a convenience store, maybe grabbing a snack. The air is thick with tension because this guy, Logan, is just relentlessly harassing the clerk, a young woman named Ava. It's super uncomfortable. And just when you think no one's gonna do anything, another young man, James, decides, nope, not on my watch. He steps up to intervene, and you can guess Logan is not a fan of that.
And there it is. Logan immediately pivots. All his anger now aims squarely at James. He gets right in his face with this really serious threat. The whole store just freezes, you know? Everyone's bracing for a fight to break out. But what happens next? Yeah, nobody saw this coming.
So we've got a classic standoff. Logan is absolutely furious, practically steaming. James, on the other hand, is completely calm. The tension is just crackling in the air. But instead of throwing a punch or shoving him, James does something odd. He just pats Logan on the shoulder.
It's bizarre. With just that one simple pat, Logan's legs just give out. They start shaking and down he goes, right onto his knees in front of James. Everyone is just stunned. James even cheekily says something like, "Hey, you don't have to kneel to apologize." Logan is beyond confused, totally furious, and scrambles back up, convinced James pulled some kind of dirty trick.
Well, it turns out it wasn't magic. James actually remembered reading something in a medical book. He realized he had accidentally hit a specific acupuncture point on Logan's shoulder, which caused a massive, instant leg cramp. How about that for a non-violent takedown? Pretty brilliant, right?
Logan, totally humiliated and having no idea what just happened, has no choice but to back off. But he doesn't go quietly, of course. He storms out of the store screaming threats and promises he's coming back with his big brother to teach James a lesson. So the immediate danger is gone, but it feels like a much bigger problem is just around the corner.
All right, so with Logan gone, the clerk, Ava, is just flooded with relief. She's looking at James like he's a real hero, but just as she's about to properly thank him, the entire vibe in the store is about to shift. Dramatically.
And this, right here, is where our story takes a spectacular nosedive. James, trying to buy something for a friend, makes this incredibly vague and just poorly worded request. Long, wide, things you girls use. Oh, James, you can practically hear the record scratch in the store.
Just like that, all of Ava's gratitude and relief, it just evaporates. Her expression turns to solid ice. In her mind, her hero just revealed he's no different from the creep he just scared off. She immediately thinks he's just another guy making a gross, inappropriate advance. The disappointment must have been crushing.
Now, James is completely oblivious to the sudden chill in the room. He just thinks Ava didn't understand him, so he decides he needs to be more specific. And every single word he says from this point on is like pouring a gallon of gasoline on a tiny little fire.
And then he drops the bomb. 15 inches long. The other customers in the store just stop in their tracks. And you know what they do next, right? Their eyes all just drop down to look at James's crotch, probably trying to do the math and figure out what on earth he's talking about.
But he doesn't stop. He just keeps digging the hole deeper. Trying to be helpful, he starts recalling details from commercials he's seen. He mentions that they have wings. He brings up how girls prefer the longer ones at night, to prevent leakage. It just gets worse with every word. Another customer even chimes in, agreeing that, yeah, women definitely like them long, day or night.
This is the question burning in everyone's mind. Ava is literally trembling, caught between sheer fury and total humiliation. The other customer has now joined this unbelievably shameless conversation. From their point of view, James is describing something almost monstrously large.
And here it is, the heart of this whole mess. A massive, catastrophic failure to communicate. James is trying to buy a pack of sanitary pads. But based on his clumsy, disastrous description, Ava and everyone else in that store is 100% convinced he's asking for 15-inch winged condoms. The misunderstanding is now at its absolute peak.
This is it. This is Ava's breaking point. She absolutely can't take another second of it.
She is convinced she's dealing with two of the most disgusting, shameless men on the entire planet. And she just snaps. She points a shaking finger at the door and just screams at both of them to get out.
The other customer, suddenly realizing he's in deep trouble, makes a run for it. But James? He is genuinely confused. He didn't do anything wrong, and he still needs to buy the item. So, refusing to be thrown out for no reason, he decides he's just going to go find it himself.
So James just marches right past her, heads straight for the health and beauty aisle, grabs exactly what he was looking for this whole time, and slaps the package down on the counter. He then looks Ava dead in the eye and basically asked why she was so mad at him for wanting to buy this.
And in that one single moment, you can just see it all come crashing down. Ava looks at the package of sanitary pads, and the full, horrifying, mortifying weight of her mistake just hits her like a truck. 15 inches, wings, nighttime use, it all suddenly makes perfect, innocent sense. She had assumed the absolute worst of him, and she could not have been more wrong.
So, okay, the most cringeworthy misunderstanding in the history of convenience stores is finally cleared up. But let's not forget how this whole thing kicked off. Logan is still out there, fuming, and he swore he'd be back with his big brother to get revenge. So now the real question is, what happens when he shows up? If you like the story, please like and share it, and subscribe to the channel to watch future episodes. Thanks for watching.